Today, we're going to be talking about the possibility of a $1,000 XRP price for the future and the exact deadline that we're looking at when it comes to that final timeline for the SEC to actually approve or deny an XRP ETF this year, and we have been waiting for this for a while. What's a realistic expectation for these two questions? Well, I'm going to lay that out for you guys in this video. Stick around to the end of this one and let's talk crypto, folks. Let's talk XRP. Tap the like, subscribe to the channel. This is the Crypto Report, and here are the prices for the day. Bitcoin coming in at $92,600 and XRP sitting strongly above $2 at $2.17, down 4.42% today. If you look at what Bitcoin's been doing lately, we recently had the new head of the SEC that has officially been sworn into office, has officially been approved and put into power. And he even came out the other day and said that he is going to focus on cryptocurrency during his term as the head of the SEC. Bitcoin has been rising. In fact, it came up a nice 26% in just a few short days, about 15 days, and it pumped bigly, almost 30%. Now, on the daily time frame, after getting a very big boost, we're seeing a little bit of a retracement, which is something I discussed for you guys with Bitcoin, coming back down and tapping this previous resistance that maybe we can now turn into support. If you see how many times we tap down to this is an area of resistance that hopefully turns into support. If we fall lower, we could easily come back down to 88K. We could easily come back down to $83,000 because we're still not done with tariffs, even though Trump has lightened his language recently. But the biggest reason I think that we're seeing the total market cap pump is not just because of the kind of lightening of the tone against tariffs and the Fed, but because of this new head of the SEC. Now, for XRP, it's a very, very bullish thing because we've had the ongoing lawsuit, which should have been over 1,000 times, and it just isn't yet. If you had dollar cost average into XRP at the lows, guys, XRP had an even bigger pump from Bitcoin's from the lows to the highs, going up 42% in 16 days. This is why you buy these dips in crypto, guys. Now, we are seeing the daily candle come down a little bit. Easily could come back down to that $2 price level, down to flat $2 or like $2.09. These are kind of the levels that I'm looking at, maybe, $2.04. A lot of volatility for trading. If you guys want to do some trading, you could sign up for Blowfin using our link below. But let's talk about this $1,000 XRP. And this is something we've discussed before, but there's some really good data in this article that I wanted to share with you. I saw in my live stream the other day, some people were asking me, like, I'm waiting for $1,000 XRP. What do you think? Is $1,000 XRP going to happen? And my response was no, and this is the exact reason why. I mean, here's one individual talking about skyrockets from $3 to $5, maybe skyrockets from $10 to $20 after an altcoin season. That's within my realm of expectation. But there's some people that are talking about, a $1,000 XRP. And when you really look at the facts here, with a circulating supply of 58.4 billion tokens, as $1,000 price would place the XRP's market capitalization at 58.4 trillion. It's a max supply of 100 billion, would put its fully diluted valuation at 100 trillion. What that means is, since the total GDP is around 115 trillion, and the market cap of all the publicly traded companies, the ones in the S&P 500, Apple, Tesla, all the big companies in the S&P 500, and all the stocks put together, okay? Public traded companies, the market cap of that is 125 trillion. In order to get XRP to $1,000 price, you need that market cap to go to 58.4 trillion. Is XRP one cryptocurrency, even if it's used by the banks, one cryptocurrency going to get to half or a little under half the total value of all the stocks in the world put together? If that was even possible, it would take decades and decades, maybe 100 years, I think, before it even became even something to consider. But the answer is certainly no. It is not possible. Even a $100 XRP price would have to be a $5.8 trillion market cap for XRP alone. Currently, to date, XRP is sitting at a $127 billion market cap. A 10x is a $1.2 billion market cap. You still need a 5x from there in order to get up to that $5 trillion level. Those are a lot of X's for a very high market cap coin, which has a lot of promise for the future. I believe that you could see this coin easily go 5x from here and get close to $1 trillion. It might even hit $1 trillion in this bull market, which is wild considering when you really look at the big picture for crypto, the total market cap for cryptocurrency is currently $2.85 trillion. Again, if XRP was to get up to that $5.8 trillion level and go to $100, that would be XRP having more money invested in it than the entire market cap of cryptocurrency right now, and more than it's ever had before. Okay? And to think about how long crypto's been around, it took many years for the whole crypto market to even get to 3.74. That's all the cryptocurrencies put together. And there's a lot of cryptos, and a lot of them people love, and there's a lot that people don't even know about and don't care about. But the full market got to 3.74 at its peak. So why are we talking about $100, $1,000 XRP? We shouldn't be. But I know a lot of people are asking about it, and so I want to talk about it because I need to set people's expectations right. Now, what kind of expectation can we have for the very bullish story of these ETFs getting approved for XRP? As 72 crypto ETFs await approval, here are the SEC's final deadlines for XRP ETF. I'm going to scroll right down to it and show it to you. According to a table provided by GI Spark, the SEC has a final deadline of October 18th to approve or disapprove Grayscale, who was the first one to put out this XRP proposal, to approve or deny this XRP ETF. SEC must decide on 21 shares filing by October 19th, Canaries by October 24th, and then another one on the 25th. The good news about this, guys, is we do have a new head of the SEC. And they don't need to wait till the end of that deadline. Now, historically, we've seen Gary Gensler push it out to the very end of the deadlines for any of these things. I have a feeling that since the new SEC head came out and said crypto is going to be a priority, he might not wait till the end deadline. So when can we actually expect these ETFs to be approved? Because I don't think they're going to be denied. I think they're going to be approved. I'm very confident they're going to be approved. That is the kind of catalyst that could easily get XRP to $5 or $10. Again, let's pump the brakes on $100. We could talk about $20 maybe. All these things. But I think that this deadline, even though it's October 19th for our first deadline, I think we could see it in the summer here. I think we could see it relatively soon. The SEC head says crypto's a priority. Let's see him prove it with his actions. If you guys want to trade the volatility of XRP and crypto, you could sign up for Blowfin using our link in the comments down below. That's all I have for you in this one, guys. I'm Crypto Kip. This is a Crypto Report. Smash the like, subscribe to the channel, DCA HODL. And of course, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, everybody. Have a great night. 2 videos for you right here if you want to check them out. I'll see you next time. Peace.